so ameno kase koko ejuma na abofom omo abonifom instead of say omode sikano dodo no bema ekwani no omo ti Cocoa Board headquarters eno mudi
NDC
no kase Cocoa Board headquarters omo budget afi etwemu $3.4 billion ada mudi akoko wo ana
oyale
Cocoa na nya bia west ni bia east any western of Nidiano enso sikano nyina headquarters ena moti ho edi sikano ya ba be sasa anyoma no se na be ya kwani no eni beje no adokoko ni ye Abraham this wo ho ye ma Cocoa ekwa for fertilizer ni free of charge na fertilizer buye so obi enya fertilizer ni bi ye ma omunro no bibia eduaba no free seedlings ni ai chema obia enso enso de Cocoa boy fertilizer boy bibia boy na ede na obetimi enya Cocoa ede akoton na mudi sikaba abem Ghana memu enti eba ye be ye nhihye no senia ye hihye no abra NDC wa bemu ye be sa nhihye ni biom se de be ya Cocoa ekwiafo nyina eni beje wa wo Cocoa ka ana efobia ye be ba be two borehole ewo wofuonum fifi ye be ba be two borehole wo ho near the politan kesi ho Allah attention no nto a na wo the host na wo the hwehwe egu Cocoa no so se na be ya ebe soro ye ama yetimi anya sika
But please forgive me.
Later.
And to cocoa farmers, the Cocoa Board chief executive has informed me that in August they will announce the new cocoa producer price. And I can assure you the price is going to be a very, very, very good price. So those of you who don't have cocoa farms, go and start looking for land and start planting cocoa.
A few moments later.
Effective today, Thursday, 12 February 2026, the new producer price for the remainder of the 2025-2026 crop season will now be 41,392 Ghana cedis per ton and 2,587 Ghana cedis per bag.
Sebeshemu ha deba ko pe entina ye ba aye ona ye former vice ye former chairman any hello ayezu ye gina mu ha me mamu nyina yiko se aye ye gina ha ye twe ye gina ha ayezu adeba ko sebeshemu ha adeba ko pe entina ye ba aye ona ye former vice ye former chairman any hello ayezu ye gina mu ha me mamu nyina yiko se aye ye gina ha ye twe ye gina ha sebeshemu ha deba ko pe entina ye ba aye ona ye former vice ye former chairman any hello ayezu ye gina mu ha me mamu nyina yiko se aye ye gina ha ye twe ye gina ha ayezu ha sebeshemu ha deba ko pe entina ye ba aye ona ye former vice your former chairman. Any hello, Azu. Yajinamuha, Memamunia, you could say. Yajinaha, Yake, Yajinaha, Azu.
I imagine who I am. Your former chairman, your former DC, your former vice president, your former. Yesu, now what you say, sir? I'm saying I'm church. Come forward. Do your work, I'm saying for me church, you know. Mr. Master, sir, I'm with you. There was some more. I would have a couple. We are super crap. Yeah, one trust. I quite have a master. I was a material from material.
Say the Shamuha, dear Baku Pet Antina, Yaba, a honor, yeah, former vice, your former chairman. Any hello, Azu. Yajinamuha, Memamunia, you could say. Yajinaha, Yake, Yajinaha, Azu.
Azu, I want to say, yes, I was your phone. The church of Munina, and Mamuna, Aquaba, and you know, assign attribute, Ras media, matrase. But the checker say, Mamma, Esther, by the memory of Baba Coupe, I am a dofu bacope, which are ye, Pamma, over your Obia. Samson Yankasa, my brother, I, big brother, Kakari TV, I, SKP TV, no, which are ye, Pamina. Mwakwa. Abuja mfo ena matrasia na me nsema amede nam eyemi enupe. Ame mame Monica mwakwa yi pa. Mse ne omoye. Me nsema amede nam na eyemi enupe. I will not talk much. The kind fourth estate. And the ema bia beku abontra. Emo be hia se me no nyina. Ye be chafa. Emo hia pa. Sabio sikawia bi krono bi ekoso ewa banwe mu a unprecedented na de ya ne se sa krono na ekoso no krofo we wo opposition omodidi nkomo pa me kai kura mpo se bra pandemic si ye ema then the Minister of Health. So awesome. Eko Pedro ebe wo manfo sa manfo. It did not temper ke so abokro no. And this is from promises of Bechinatu. But omo ba ebe pemene yentere emfa. But the yati and say contractor and this yaban e di ama ni agenda bi na IP the slogan here be or say a friend big push say a matu no kopion say to kese no mo kopion and dey medwene ho a me to me kire say e to kese no mo ko akodio so magege to no na ye kese e no mo kodio and so I can't tell some big push we mu corruption allegation akese pa e koso and me be shira trans na aduadua mu me adi ho komo if you want so there were different issues be so why because we were Minister of Energy the camp according to sources about 11.39 billion Ghana cedis be biafa and I'm so am I afraid Deputy Minister of Energy so me yano obetoto pai so and we be din komo afa ho e wi na breba mu a ni enya adaje enso akwa kodi papa bi atem akwa bi yesi a friend professor according to sources yesi or university professor your friend Jampo. Aye. Papa na no to me so. Ono so no na nsem bi bere bi atwam o kan nsem bi no na ne nsa nsem na o kan ye ne ne wasan aye dan assign na no aye ne obo amanfo abaso on the same issue. Ebedi hu nkomo kakra ne apesa pesem ekwa memwa ne mapie jatu na wo so anya kwanya no abekire wadwe. But answer na medi show na nkasa bebre wo na me no nyina adwe atwemu ye di ye nkomo ya pesa ya mo na ya sere ye mo ya tisi ya ho kakra no pese ye mbo nwuram na ye nkotie di levi ehun se binom kakra Enoch yemia Enoch sofo na okasan kasa man pipi no wabeka ho asem sa video ni ye hwewie pe na mabo awuram the master say we just the pre-preliminary saying this is just the beginning afei any be we show no enti video no sipe ni abawuram na ye the main show the main Ras Media editorial no na ye pushi e dia bro enti video no na ye mra sisia
that we've paid over the period. Do you know how much we've paid out of the debt?
Okay, so now you are asking questions. So someone
I'm expecting even you, the media houses, to call the finance minister who wrongly and scamly has taken that 1 cedi from our pockets to account.
I have sat here and said that. Isaac, you were here.
Yes.
That I have called.
I'm not saying you in person. I'm not saying you in person.
How much has been collected.
I'm not saying you in person, but I expect the entire media fraternity to mount that argument on them. You scam us by taking that money from our pockets. We don't know how much has been paid. We don't know how much is left. And you keep increasing 20% of electricity water bill. And when we say, you tell us that the dollar is down. Anytime Ghanaians raise issues about the economy, difficulties we are going on, you tell us that the dollar is down. When we tell you that teachers are on strike, you tell us the dollar is down. Nurses are on strike, the dollar is down. We are not getting KK to eat because we cannot buy, the dollar is down.
I've not heard that one.
Those are the excuses that NDC people give. Today we are talking about cocoa. They'll tell you that the dollar is down. But meanwhile, you knew all these things, that the dollar and the cedi implication can also impact our local economy.
Yes.
The 1 cedi that we've paid over the period. Do you know how much we've paid out of the debt?
Okay, so now you are asking questions. So someone
I'm expecting even you, the media houses, to call the finance minister who wrongly and scamly has taken that 1 cedi from our pockets to account.
I have sat here and said that. Isaac, you were here.
Yes.
That I have called.
I'm not saying you in person. I'm not saying you in person.
How much has been collected.
I'm not saying you in person, but I expect the entire media fraternity to mount that argument on them. You scam us by taking that money from our pockets. We don't know how much has been paid. We don't know how much is left. And you keep increasing 20% of electricity water bill. And when we say, you tell us that the dollar is down. Anytime Ghanaians raise issues about the economy, difficulties we are going on, you tell us that the dollar is down. When we tell you that teachers are on strike, you tell us the dollar is down. Nurses are on strike, the dollar is down. We are not getting KK to eat because we cannot buy, the dollar is down.
I've not heard that one.
Those are the excuses that NDC people give. Today we are talking about cocoa. They'll tell you that the dollar is down. But meanwhile, you knew all these things, that the dollar and the cedi implication can also impact our local economy.
That is a fact. That is a fact. There is no way you can isolate the exchange rate from our local economy. It is a now better. Now one ma o my Ghana. Ye nyuma ye. Akuafo nyuma omo ye. Factories ejuma omo ye. Sabio artisans ejuma omo ye. One ma ya nkan no amom amfa exchange rate no amma form. Na udi wani ekogina gold so se utu gold nkwa e dia po anase e dia ate exchange rate now above former. The consequences of that, let's say, the economy will not be good for all Ghanaians, but the economy will rather be good for government. Sabio, I was say on tia cabinum wamanone, or nana kakra. But the ordinary Ghanaian will suffer because a na no kase, tina sem when we can tin yepa. Edu babine ye ka and Semnubia. It is not much about partisan. Many are some just in Mwakwa. Yamubunum Yansam na Yakano. Sememe Transna meeting Koma. Now, 10 years. You can understand from my voice and my tone, and even my facial expression said, and yet bipartisan communication, I remember the better. Yeah, great dream, the reality. And I say, listen to me as neutral person and concentrate more on the message that I'm giving to. Message I'm a demo, and then there was some more than a last. And you whom I support. Because when Tieno was supam, now when I say, "What we do a young people international young people sema," you may not get the right point that I want you to understand. I mean to amasema na make us. Me abadi ma wo hweme na tie me yie pa. Me ma me panyi bi a wo hweme. Me dofo bi a wo hweme tie me. And then the Ghanaian economy no, it is only handled by few people and provoke Krabi in the Ghana economy. And then the economy that is running in Ghana today, no, a economy of the big men, a sikafono, and a part of the economy. I'm gonna enjoy in the so-called NDC economy. Then the lower class citizens, no, and here for one or one be the consumers of goods and services. They are suffering a lot because a dollar boba former a nipa ebuano any those who import goods and services from outside. But who ordinary Ghanaian now will tip kronum no. Sa dollar rate na sem na ye can. As at now, there is no impact. There is no impact on it. Because we know, sabi you, o so da no pa, ba yire bi e na o kwa akota ba no adi. Utem ye. O so da no pa, fish bi na obeto e dia wo fufu adi. O so da no pa, Ghana ntade bi na obeto apamahye. So you don't care about the dollar rate. But now look at something. The higher level businessmen are kesi omu wiskam. Omu mum no mu meki, omu no mu benefited from this government more. Because omu no mu sika omu yede omu kofa niyema binom enkonya stuffing chairs na wine and wine. Ne maame mi aba mi bari ma wo hweme. Was again an adwa in Kauba secondary school went to Yankobi. Yakofaka Flaman on about waiting to me. Tell me, maybe Sawa Assembly Mano. See a corner Kofaka the free approach the bar. Now your banner can't say, and $1 alcohol for munti. The value in cities at Tiaba Foma. Oh, Sama Mana won't say yet another Danko for the bread so. And Oma a school crobeye free Emma Ghana for ma Kaubanti and Poesis. Osaka na Yateso, Yafan said 1,000 euros and $1. Ubetinya to me. So you are not benefiting from it. And the second thing, the major thing, the most dangerous thing of it, and I say, the engineer so anema manfo binom yempru to juma binom ensano juma dindindi binom ewo manum a no mudi nya omo ho kakra de ye omo niema no ene that will no eni ho because wona wode wonsa ena apam watade no wona wode wonsa ena anyuno akonwa no wona wode wonsa anyuno echeno empena wode tena ho eye sa adwuma no eye bebre enti so ye sa adwuma no we na wo ton a wontumi nton no te sedie sabiu enema bi a ye na brochira ye di machines and a year. I would the one day by machines no. I'm going to be a 9 no see and so much or her. Appen. And the atade de tailor ni mitiga na obepam one day no. Ukwa brochira machines automatic no. Omutime pam mpem yenu a day. And you say the sanya man about your mind now they compare the tailor ni na nkasa tra the table so na password. That you try one ya transia you know boma na atade na. The tailor ni didn't say ye ne bo no so automatically any poor quakota atade no ever prefer so better the different brochire buy. There now you are killing the local economy. Period. You are killing the local economy. You are destroying the future of the local men. John Ibrahim Mahama, who came on many campaign platforms, now one of his bigger campaign message, now a year to create job for the people, has tended to be exporting jobs from the people. Jimmy, that's the Ghanaian campaign on my year, yeah, the man for Juma. And now I know say it has tended to be say a new man or more because a more you go free a man on in the bar. And the Piafona no more Juma. Now I'm waiting for by day for I'm on Mokoya Juma of no. And I'm saying mono a good demo yen to win tom farm or be antino. They are not going to involve themselves in any rice farming again. When I would do the same thing. I can give you a lot of examples of local productions at Tiaba from Ayanamso, Ama for Ahudima, because they are different brochire bar, a brochire no ever form. Nearman a different brochire bar. Nipa binom so na yɛ ho adwuma yɛ de computer kora na yɛ adwuma ɛwɔ aburukyire ɛde ɛpam ntaadeɛ ɛde produce nneɛma computer ho nipa ne gyina ho ɛma machines ne yɛ adwuma enti ɛyɛ adwuma na ɛwɔ sɛ nka yɛnyɛ no wɔ man no mu na nkurɔfoɔ ɛnya bi nyɔ no saa adwuma no Ibrahim Mahama sɛ daabi ɔde kɔ aburukyire ama aborɔfo ɛma akɔ saa adwuma no ne yɛtua wɔn ka. And what I want to tell you is that instead of John Mahama to provide jobs for the people, no, he is actually exporting jobs from the people to outside the country. And then I said, one job, 3 shifts, no, you could see. Because the thing is very easy to understand. Say no crepa. Say you would have Mahama. The intention to be in government. Now I say he wanted to create job for the youth. And Kobedi Ghana Bunyano. First, one state one for Eura and another the buyer and Kawaguno. Because the 133 policy, no, Ebeye Juma, it can be done only at the private sector. The public sector, sa 133 no, into me yet tomorrow. Nurse for Omea 133 already. Police for Omea 133 already. But your government agencies are Hodoa. Sa 133 no, it can never happen. In Etia, and an ano. Papa na ye friend ato force. Ato. Aba bontra be kan kire Ghana for say abanye djuma ye for mo ye 8 hours adwuma no Ghana ban entimi tua wonka enti na me no so e ma Ghana ban in the year 2025 obobosia 74 million Ghana cedis to what? To pay government workers in the country one shift. And imagine, say, all the government agencies yet three shifter. Then that means government of Ghana was supposed to what? Borrow 74 times 3 so that it can sustain the wage akatia yedema abanya jumaifo. So it is not sustainable. But what is sustainable? They say, and Kayemia John Darega Baye. One district, one factory now. In Kaubeshe Bukana, Odipum consistent dini, non friendly fufro. Said the BNs and this formula from Omoba, no Massissa, a Jumano, policy, no Massissa, no Mamma, fufro. We then consistent policy, no money, fufro. Nanka omwa nkran kode former omunuma yo moyo enkonani that could have support their agenda when the 24-hour economy. But oba ide na waye obwa obaye wo gunu. Another way anka John Mahama betumi ama sabio creating of jobs for the youth na tumi aye adwuma na say that agenda 111 111 hospitals across the country. If John Mahama actually wanted to create employment, Anka Ebebwa, ama unemployment percentage in a woman at Tiaba from our mom for especially Microphone Wako school, nurse for the doctor from Combit many Anka unemployment at Tiaba from our. John Mahama was supposed to embark on Akufo-Addo's agenda 111. In fact, for John Mahama to convince nurses during the campaign time, he had to promise to nurses, say, so Bedia Kunya, agenda 111 because it is clear, said. Say, build 111 hospitals across the whole country. Nurse in Libya no Hobeka. Everybody who has a job. But Papa will buy you know. Say, time they don't want him no. It's swap. Just 4 years. And these 4 years after, they are going home. These guys are interested in stealing. And to many we are poor, we didn't want some here. Timmy Yepa, Menew, Yapomo, Dana Huasem, a Yawo. And the Abine Aya the Sabia Hodona, na CC across the country and Cabemo, Pia, Oyadia, Ubenya, and Pa Akodasumia Savia, Papa and Bay, or see why they would trim. Would trim. Or see what trim. Papa and Bay. Medical drone delivery system. Ana buana nka yade. Emergency sickness be to so na yenya duro emfam sa yade a within less than 20 minutes na duro fit ba bia beto no. Papa ne ba no say it is unnecessary to spend money to deliver to deliver medicines to people at the rural area into a trip. Or you know, he don't care about you. Or you know who? He does not care about you. But Papa, we had to make 74 million Ghana cedis. They are my first for the so what you said. On the name TikTok, traditional media also, Facebook so, YouTube so. Now we PS can find microphone no more and more now buy no. Now buying who they will pay, even though they are not doing nothing. In fact, I didn't echo so Ghana man. And they send this are buying echo to from any guha. Unfortunately, Ubenya and Kwasiafo Jimmy for they will go there. Now Omo Kuka Sabini now Abatu Media, so not on the airport, John Mahama buying Abaso. Yepa. And I'm not say anything and this your buying and this your pointy be piano. Others say yeah. You will get Ghana for you will see them on the media praising the government for doing something. Any other papa, but we just have to praise him because and this is buying and so the intention of this man is to not to make you feel good. Where Abuja now I can't say I mean for we soon some 12 and the economy in our country no. I bet you go to economy. 60% of our economy of the country today is solely dependent on gold. Ghana for those saying, and you go to a Juma. Ghana for those saying, and we go to a Juma. Ghana for those saying, and yet go to one Juma. Kakrabi. And the economy is in the hands of few people. And if you go deeper, as Senior Frimpong Watin said in the past, and propaganda Tigana Fuante Asama Papanikai. The NDC people are those who are well organized in gold business in Ghana. NDC for. And our economy no, from planting for food and jobs, for rehabilitation of cocoa farms, from rearing animals, from massive constructions in the country, are tending to be a galamsey, big companies of mines economy. It's not part of the economy, so they don't care. And the most dangerous thing of this is say, Ghana economy na be mining, na ba be gold economy. How come say, and now me no say, Ibrahim Mahama ekita 2 mining sites. When I find the rest state capture, this is what we call the rare state capture. Our economy is in the hands of John Mahama's family, Ibrahim Mahama. And today now, now the ideas of the MPP was to encourage the private sector to involve themselves in local production. And then that idea anyhow. And for planting for food and job when I'm also and more model of shape and then Mahama, people are withdrawing themselves from those activities. But we will tell you that inflation is down because the ordinary Ghanaian farmer is suffering. And the near man now I just say boka and what to mean is cotton china by but Mahama don't care. He will tell you inflation is down because you are forced on my before. Akuafo na omudi omusika afa bade ato we decide ato fertilizer aye adwuma ama no baye na ba no and this aban enam Machiavellian status bi so atina yeden afo so akuafo no mo ton mo ne ma no boka said ye be ya in the books ever reflect to say John Mahama is doing something, but the ordinary Ghanaian is suffering. But what must say here? So the inflation issue it is not reflecting into the pocket of the people. And by day said but the price of product you produce from the farms, the prices are reducing, and many times ye kokra niema no bi di fra ma no ne ba bi di begum na mo niema akuafo niema na bo omobo omuntumi nton enti nipa bi na be so ba beto bi ane ato amo aboafo no ani se benye sike no wakoto nchene ene nchinam abefufu adi. Don't worry. That is what is going on. The men and the women, the children in the country, they are all suffering seriously. Hardship, difficult life conditions, and I'm 40. We are Barima. Doomso, Temiye, Doomso, you can't Doomso, a pure Doomso. It is undergoing in our country very serious. Enra, yes, Enra, my friend, my sister. My friend, no say 3 days in here, the whole Bono region light off. The whole Bono, me a Bono Nikasiapa, me a Bono Nibakasiapa. The whole Bono region from Sunyane to Sampa, no light for 3 days. Among 4 they cannot make calls. But at the same time, people are overpaying cost of petrol, diesel, because they are collecting 1 cedi from each liter of petrol that you buy. What is the meaning of that? You see, the best of doom so. About we after 3 months, and all the doom so let me buy. Ghana for ye mubunum ye jimi na ya dwene nya adwumanti. Ye se yi levi afiri ho. Aye cost of a service aban ne de nisik e de oman nisika yo. Na wo nipa dasa ne wudi so mfaso na ye se ye te o kakra. Ye twa na na do adapa. Ye twa na adapa di na tem cancer fon de faranado no. Ade aban na provide amawo. Ade aban no and now provide amawo and na wo bi so mfaso. The interoperability of mobile networks. Yet the sika na the laying of the cables across the country no. Yet the our man sign to and It we are individual na who di so mfaso aban se mete o kakra. Number 2 me the aboa ma yaye new things so amanfo nkaafo so betumi di so mfaso ye twana na do adapa ye ti na tem keso ikuhwini wa ye kromfo ye ka bia fa ne ho ye ti na tempa na na do say amanfo are involving themselves in gambling. Omutwa ye friend say the gambling because na mesi aka omutwa bet so no utwa udia esikafuna wonsaso enti sa na tie dia yenti bibi kakram free de utwa de obedi no yenti kakram free so na yemfa mo man no empaje ni ngira baabi eno so yeti na na do atem sa ade ame no tie ya yeti abuchire yende be se okoso okutwa bet ya yeti tax answer ye twa bet no de ama Udia yasinya to 22% Italia udi beto ya 22% in tax ye betel upo ye betel answer ya yoka Christian kradiam but ye to it na sinti ye nanado atem e kan ye pechire but now look and this ya ban betra konya so no say patron na wankasa udu sika na ekwa akoto na aban no mfa ahwe nche wo na mboma ye wankasa wa ho odre ne wunyansa wadwuma wa ye ho mfaso e na odi koto patro no or sign the 1 cedi ato so se fache aban no mfa nye dum so ho adwuma eno we had Ghanaians omoba abonten ebebo omo nsam se ye omo de se ye di 1 cedi ato patro so but ye di 1 cedi to momo transactions no de almost eye actually what they can say pa yes ko pia 1 cedi na ye ma light in them me aba me bari ma light musika no utwa 1 cedi no wotua. But my question that I'm asking you is light no. Unya bi ho da ho. Unya light papa da ho. Unya light de e waduma. Uko store no se wa sha ase anya momone. Me pese mesere. Se uko store no se fish ne bi ma dan momone. Uko store no se fish ne bi adan momone. Una woton wa se water pure water wo kwan chen ye de solve issues no. Wọ́n sọ wàdwuma ayé dina ma ice cream kefo wọ́n hu ma wie yẹ pure water fo wọ́n hu ma wie yẹ yẹ kan na mo se muti yẹ di ma pro yẹ bọ́ mo koro no awia mo but enam say some of us our mentality is so low to that level you know even when they are stealing us korana we still don't understand it. Adentia or a young DC aban papa biaba. And that way, yen right to soon. Bohabe Sikama Behum, Abohama so bed, Obehumbi, and any end. Yentra on Yankayanuntum. Yentra home, Nayankayanuntum. Coast of Wana Motigana Musu and Dano, Montomo Mone. Montomo Mone. Na munya kasakasa no cost of when a musu no mumu binom 212 216 mumu de Mahama de mo. You saw what Mahama did to your business, how he collapsed your business. But 2023 year campaign, 2024 year campaign no mo se mo ho kire mo you claim Russia war ba enti mo de monte hwe. And I'm the men conquer twaba. And I'm men, hey, me asantini pa, but I feel me conquer twaba. I feel me conquer twaba. And in a money, and no any money, mobatom money. And I'm fish, I'm mokoto, and I'm mobatom fresh fish, no. And I'm mobaton to sell more money. A hope and a dachini. Who said John Dariga, Eshi Furugu, and now. 18 drop, 8 jump contompo, echewa. You look at him with one eye here and the other eye at your back. But Swenyan Saka. Aka 2 years and almost 2 years and 3/4 of another year. Before Sasa 3 years and 2 years and 3/4 will be trouble. You Ghanaians will see what will happen to you. Munyamu answer. Also, mobile or more pack or more. And omu manage your mind. They are enriching themselves because Omunim said Ethiopia 2028 they are going home. Now so Omu Kofia they are not going home empty-handed because Omu Buabu Sikano Buho at the Abaye campaign 2032 campaign agenda and this is for Temiepa. They are amassing wealth because when you say 2028, but 2032, and I hear the serious agenda of the NDC. And in TNA, a buying contract, overloaded contract. And it is only NDC near a buying contract, unya be yeda. And I told Ghana, Papa will cry then. And I told Ghana who too much. Here and another presso. Every Ghanaian that has the capacity to do a business with government, no matter either you are NDC or MPP, and I will just open the life for you because you can't say, oh, you can't need your man a quine, not on develop on a home, not on to me a day, and more man, you mamma. And I'm well supporting a Canadian Japan, a drop and PP among you go at home. Yen name second Japan, Nibia, Wedja, Nabufu, Abani Moo. Time all the time, people and now and all Cassaya, Passia, 4 rooms with the actually the pace, no. Say pace where you question you say. She a quack was she will said, "Dear, coin base over the Mikuro dear." Yet I ain't you, but they are near flow base, no. Aye, now you're quite near Koshi. I mean, cancer no show. Yes, she, I hear quite near Quakoshi come pa. I knew Krum, your cassie base, but the Ayashi, the honor near Koshi. Now, Miss Miffy, you could ask me if you for each other. No corner boys in all. It's me, I'm fine. But I do not know. You know what I mean? And Grofobi should actually base or Muye de Day. I said, and now to open the opportunity to every Ghanaian without discriminating of your provenience, without discriminatory of your political affiliations. Macdan Pedinanado Moye. In yet can Japan Babo Tibeka Macdon and Hwayan and Ado Dinu Memano. But your neck, a byway, we for a byway out to see. We may Wamaho do 9 Yatubasi, a case we for and you'll be on no we be an Anthony yet. Your more Muka, or more Muka, no margin yet. Saboka for no, Tramador for no more by Nabano. Union this in your contract because they are thinking of what? Of 2032 elections. And they don't care about you. They don't care about you. You can die, get a fuck off. They don't care. Because a point Prague said 2028 they are going home. 2028 they will present a candidate here on by the 2024, 2032 will be to a Babidi government. In the 2028 campaign, they will not take it much serious because they can't compete with Dr. Mahama. Apart from competence, fame Dr. Mahama ever Ghana, no NDC member today can stand Dr. Mahama. So they know, say, 2028 is to prepare somebody that can potentially become president in 2032. So they are preparing money. And in Omo Bogana Fuabro, they are destroying the country. Omo Merkisi or Maino Apakisi Kanago. It is a turning the economy of the country from collective activities so BIN or mining. I am man by solely dependence of gold automatically. Even when they will be in opposition, the NDC can command the economy of the country through Ibrahim Mahama mining site. Tell me, almost say your mind, but you people don't understand. Okwa America for patu papa. Okwa America for gold pa. But the economy of the America does not only depend on gold. I am more being conscious America for any gold. America for gold pa. But because they want everyone in the country to benefit from the economy of their country, they concentrate on every type of activity. Emma Productions, Ekosu Omanu. It in garden here, you didn't toast. I didn't hear you didn't toast. Nanka John Mahama ain't concentrating on irrigation project to support tomatoes production. I didn't hear Ghana you did more, you cram more power. Nanka John Mahama ain't continue on planting for food and agriculture. Planting for food and jobs. Mahama ain't to us so. Emma Yankas ain't produce yani a bit in our mind. Na creani obi pa ba de ni so meka economy no. Tell pa. Adentia all these people in the country meet me as support to our agenda to develop. I didn't hear and support to one meka. Now ye directing all the economy revenue na ye benyan wa ban num dia ye adwuma ni nyina ye direct everything into importation and good. And the John Daliga Free Kunyasu 2028. You are Dr. Bomiamba Trakunyano Soa until so best the mechanism of the Ghana economy from mining to all collective productivity in the country. So, meanwhile, Ibrahim Mahama, John Daliga can be in his mining site and demand and decide how the economy of Ghana should be. But don't tell me here, almost say your mind. Kill me soft, kill me softly, kill me softly. In this world, in my whole life, kill me. Minimum not to, but treat me to mammy. They are killing you softly, no pain. You bring your last hit at the end. Sabre na jagu mutimi ya bibia. I said Obia dance. I enter. You will see how the dollar will drop at once. Sabre ni bubu awie. Ni bubu awie. Ni through 2028 awie. Why not ukoso achire? Who has ear to listen to you? Why the beka wase mama? Why the wadache? Everybody is on campaign platforms. This is what they are doing. But we the citizens of the country, even though we know it is impossible to become reality. And this year, by the country, so Oba between so Fumama. Now, what yet? Jimmy Ghana, you probably don't send a potable water or muffy or mono, Nanka Pese, Cocoa Foam. Everything that is happening in this country under this government, it is an agenda. The fact is, say, Cocoa Board or Tenase. I 1 ton cocoa and farm from when the price was high. Now, okay, Emma cocoa tiba from answer all ton or actually was say, Ompeso mubu or mumubu or bia perewo mining. So that the economy will solo depend on Ibrahim Mahama and his cronies. Hey, bra, tell me. Mr. Ghana ni babia ye ayamido. I don't hate that. I don't hate that. Se Ghana ni babinya na ho a, I'm happy. Because me, I'm used to a society whereby everyone is important, but no one is indispensable. That is what I'm used to. I'm used to a society where every single individual is an important person, but he is not he is not indispensable. That is what I believe. And don't think say a hammer. But the situation whereby Ghana ni no wanyana se woni ho a oman ne behwe ase no, it is an agenda sat on table and plan. Tell ye pa, hey, ye mu bi ne transne ye bi microphone so ya wo me be microphone am anymore. I don't need to have a script. I just have to start talking about issues and the conscience will push me. Say you build somebody alone in the country to become the only person that can save the country's economy. Wabodam, moyare, a Jimmy for motito, mon carry. Ask yourself. Eba saying that John Daligadra Mani Mahama Ibrahim Mahama Nimia Etna Ghana from 2017 to 2024 went to me and took one single mining site. Not just 3 months, and brother Betty Ghana Kunya, the first mining site. within another year, now we're saying a second mining site. In that 1 year and 2 months, 2 different banks in the country has granted him $1 billion loan. What you say in your way, a normal. What you say normal? They call something conflict of interest. They call something conflict of interest. So Father Sir John Mahama, the leader of the country. Nani Ibrahim Mahama did a 9 basic bank, I guess a mumma loan. No? The bank director or 2 and a home popo. But this kind of man. I won't tell you. Let me take you back, Wash. Do you remember when John Mahama was in power? 2012-2016. UT Bank, UT Bank. Ibrahim Mahama and the UT Bank. Okwaje Bosia as Abosin were Pianeda up to now when Pian. Now no me video chira wo haya. The video chira wo hana anwa. A whole custom officer. Being an kase. Ibrahim Mahama, Brananimia Mahama ye President of the Republic. Etimi ko jina omoanim esan check nko 12. Omoko so mko iskani nyina ban so up to now when Pia. Among for some Ibrahim Mahama were machines. Mokai or down river. Yes, Ibrahim Mahama nekoti. Winning number of heavy duty machines John Mahama told the man in Miano. The only thing that he could have done, they said, to let people stop talking about it, or Kwakoti or down river. Ask yourself, say, that heavy duty machines, excavator, heavy trucks, some machines, Ghana buying Kotoya or the bar Ghana buying Mono. Nimiano, yes, Edmund, some machines, that was a country's property. I could Nimiano and or the open. And no the open. Ethiopia Sura Mahama de Ibrahim Mahama Shah so yen and tuma che. Me am to a koshini to send me from koshini said open bia. Your mammy heavy duty machines 100 at the shaman some brand new one. Within 1 year I can also become a billionaire. Your car must my car. I didn't tear up by papa. And in the end. We did a video when I am quite a topic about who is I'm not lying to you. The echo so never Ibrahim Mahama and John Mahama or Montamno. A conflict of interest. Abribia Mahama Bedia Kunabiano. Ibrahim Mahama make big success in his life. Till we now first topic.
By Ibrahim Mahama have until the middle of May to pay over 10 million Ghana cedis in import duties or risk a range of sanctions by the Ghana Revenue Authority.
Till 10 million Ghana cedis. Mimi yako filat mwakwaba. Ke mensa mwakwaba. Pake mwakwaba. Mema me Nana Akuya Afro Papa mwakwaba. John Kennedy Free Mwakwaba, Bra Panyin Samuno Kuna Mwakwaba, Frank Afu Mwakwaba, Godwin Mwakwaba. Yes. Ibiso. Ya yewohai. Why pan as a yamano 10 million Ghana cedis. Obey here on Abrabu. Me amete na sibe me the tractor back kofi. When you do tia me tia as na meeting you trata no e dey free port as na kwakoto but ye will be a enam se ne brother ye president ntino otumi importo niema de ko na wayi ni free at a value a 10 million. The value of the import tax I was saying kontia no 10 million Ghana cedis, but enam se ne brother ye president ntino he took it away for free. Abeyede na sani pa ne nyana ho. Sani pa no wanya ne ho a. Na tsese oye kohwini kese pa because that 10 million cedis no ube die wu ebi beka ubetu di abobra. Yenti a video way, not yen coming back to our topic.
The ultimatum from the GRA is the latest in the saga of the tax obligations of the former president's brother, which has had him being hauled before the Economic and Organized Crime Office. He is said to have failed to pay import duties on heavy equipment imported into the country in 2015. And GRA officials tell Joy News the authority was compelled to renege on an earlier agreement to have Mr. Mahama settle it in monthly installments until December next year, after some of the post-dated checks he issued were drawn on bank accounts that since been closed. Ramona Kwa has more.
A heavy-duty equipment dealer, MBG Limited, and Holman Brothers, both owned by Ibrahim Mahama, brother of the former president, John Mahama, owed the GRA colossal amounts of money in import duties. According to the GRA Assistant Commissioner for Communication, Robert Mensah, MBG Limited owed 13.15 million cedis in duties as of December 2016, which was supposed to have been paid up by November 2015. The other company, Holman Brothers, owed as of December 2015 an amount of 3.71 million cedis. Realizing that getting the two companies to settle their outstanding debt was becoming a problem, the GRA, the Assistant Commissioner said, entered into a settlement arrangement with the companies. Under the arrangement, MBG Limited was supposed to make a monthly payment of 800,000 cedis from December 2016 to December 2017. The second company, Mr. Mensah said, was also to pay 192,000 cedis monthly for 13 months to clear its indebtedness. But the two companies defaulted, compelling the GRA to scrap the arrangement and demand full settlement of the indebtedness with interest, which has been outstanding since 2015. Ibrahim Mahama now has 2 weeks to settle this debt or risk the auctioning of the imports to defray the debt.
We are having reneged on at least 2 occasions. We want to go into that. We need a revenue.
Okay.
So we will have to now go into other instruments or controls within our system. One, to detain the goods involved.
But the goods are in his possession, not in your possession.
Oh, we can go after the goods anywhere they are. The other,
you can track them.
We can track them. The other, fortunately, these are not goods that you can easily whisk away to another place.
Anti-graft agency, the Economic and Organized Crime Office, last week interrogated Mr. Mahama over that checks issued for the payment of import duties to GRA. The GRA Assistant Commissioner for Communications says he couldn't comment on Iyoko's investigation since the authority did not instigate them. He, however, confirmed that checks issued to GRA as part of payment for the company's debt were returned.
I can confirm that number of 44 checks.
How many do you know as GRA?
I can't give you that figure. I don't have that information on hand.
Okay, so if it's unclear the number of checks issued, what was the response from these banks when the checks were sent to the banks?
No, we present it, so they will turn to us that your checks were not honored.
Was it because there were no monies in the account or the accounts were non-existent?
In fact, they brought them back with a note or an advice that those accounts have been closed.
So you issued checks to accounts which were closed?
Exactly.
There are media reports the former head of the GRA, Mr. George Blankson, was invited Monday morning by Iyoko to assist in investigations into the issue of the dirt checks.
The Forestry Commission says the interference of some chiefs is drawing back the fight against illegal mining or galamsey. Government has since intensified a clampdown on illegal mining operators. Regional Assistant Manager of the Commission, Isaac Noboleshen, says interference from chiefs and opinion leaders must be addressed. He has been speaking with Love FM's David Akwete.
It's about 2 days ago, we received a report from one of our officers that they had a delegation of chiefs and some opinion leaders from a certain community coming.
Won't you become rich? 13 million Ghana cedis plus 3.1 million Ghana cedis. So Kaboma, a 16 million Ghana cedis fraud done by John Dariga, Nimia, Ibrahim Mahama under his supervision. One campaign. Now, how can this happen? Say people when and I see a picture, I wouldn't do natural. Now, another one won't drink Ghana Hondodo. Won't drink Ghana Hondodo. Won't drink Ghana Hondodo. And the Assembly, you move from here, Cano. If you compare with us, now, actually, now, it is not partisan issue. This is an issue of fact and figure. Deliberate robbing, daylight robbing, and a Mahama Nimia, Eddie Ghana. But then I said, Namia Kakarika. Will be any bomb. Not a pajan than a cover, Binia Kosana idea. I spend there be a $50,000. What in chain? Ye real in millions. Ye spend it 20,000, 15,000. And when you papa now Paul said the man is doing a good job. You are deceiving yourself. You are deceiving yourself. And the cause of the land will deal with any Ghanaian that is placing John Mahama whilst he's stealing our future. Yenko asuna yenko suna yenko our main topic of the day. So yes, and I had check. Italy for a bomb match in there. Here is the second hope. I'm able to me qualify for the World Cup 2026 memoir in Tebakwa Ribi. Abusham for na me can say bi wo me initial firing no say the NDC is planning for 2032 elections, and by so doing they are practicing something we call soul sourcing. Say aban ewo nyuma no ba be yo na instead of so be makwan amagana ni bia obetumi ayesa adwuma na be pa adwuma no bia ye no watimi aba bonten say yemfa ma na nye na odene price be ba na aban ebe evaluate money for money value for money na watimi decide say we na be ya na say we na be ye no and this for better konwa no so no omo ye free adentia. They are giving monies to their people. And even including an NDC chairman, Onokurano, they are doing the same thing too. They are giving him money through contract. Said the Baya, Obeki Pusika. Obeki Pusika. Now it drew so more year campaign 2032 what me support to home. When him said 2024, Ibrahim Mahama sponsored almost all the John Mahama a campaign. And only Adentia 2012-2016, John Mahama empowered Ibrahim Mahama with a lot of government contracts. Until 2023, 2024, and COVID about buying any sika. Now the NDC was rich. John Ibrahim Mahama to sponsor John Mahama campaign or Ghana Maneporoso. Emane sanso asika di ba brochire mi ameti hay ye wani yakopo adwempa woni pati Ibrahim Mahama timi sanso asika ne bi di fira brochire di ba Africa na ba brochire ebe hwe progress etua sika ma won ekọhwe nkrofo ose e from face the country mi ameti am a witness of how much money was sent to Italy for Ghana for more Italy or munye dede wa bonten say Nanado Danko Kufuado say Ghana mai. Tiemi Yepa. They have started again. Now, video we have in Babe Boy. Tiemi Ye. We are near P. Jakakra. Now, so what TV?
NDC was in opposition. They campaigned against the abuse of sources. Here was Sami Demfi holding the MPP accountable to their promise. On the
Bacho enipa ya omu na okasai omu ye microphobia omu ye investigative journalism ye from the fourth estate omu ye partisan omu nka party biaho they are neutrals omu na omu kan according to them John Mahama ne big push agenda no eye Machiavelli you can say strategic Ponzi scheme manner of empowering NDC people to get rich enough. Say, we met Pusika for 2032. What is going on here?
When the NDC was in opposition, they campaigned against the abuse of sources. Here was Sami Jemfi holding the MPP accountable to their promise.
On the 8th of September 2016, now about 6:20 p.m., or say overpricing of contracts through the use of sole sourcing is very typical of this John Mahama NDC government. 23rd August 2016 on Twitter, or say the era of sole sourcing will come to an end. Sole sourcing, because sole sourcing is a chrono. Or say we promise to move away from a predominance of sole sourcing to tendering in procurement, and we have delivered. MPP ba omunyebi, wama appointees warning mamunko yebi. Ono also say abine di niboshe so sole sourcing there omejai. New angle bi aba MPP for the bomb by no chrono ye pa. Dia your friend sole source. Cocoa Road Projects company nkwenye ba ko mienu. What can a 83 million cedis, 830 billion. And Bawumia Asanso Diama or no one in your company. And also sole source. Because if 87%, that is 175 contracts out of 266 did not go through any competitive, transparent process, then it means that these guys are shortchangers. They lie their way into power.
And Okujoto Ablakwa promise cancelling sole sourcing.
The promise in our manifesto, the Reset Ghana manifesto, Yeba amended the Public Procurement Act. Sa single source Yeba chaso. Because it's been abused.
Some of you on record.
Oh yes.
Yeba chaso.
The NDC had more to say about sole sourcing.
Or say we will abort rampant sole sourcing, Bawumia. Or this sole sourcing, the exception and not the norm, because sole sourcing they are more minor eboka. And when the
NDC won political power, they affirmed their vow.
Mr. Speaker, will minimize sole source procurement to encourage competition, competitive bidding, and enhance public transparency in the procurement processes. Single source procurement must be the rare exception rather than the norm. We must also subject government projects above a certain threshold to value for money audits. But that is government bleeding. Everybody cutting their pound of flesh. That must stop. Mr. Speaker, we are bringing legislation to this House to tighten our procurement processes by banning sole source contracts, except in exceptional circumstances.
And let it be known, the era of the sole source contract is dead. The value for money office bill is our sword against waste.
While the government kept assuring Ghanaians, the fourth estate started digging. We sent an RTI request to the Ministry of Roads and Highways on the government's Big Push initiative. And guess what? They responded. The data they gave us indicates that 107 contracts has been signed by this government under the flagship Big Push initiative. Out of these 107 contracts, 81 worth over 73 billion were awarded through sole sourcing. The remaining 26 were given out on selective tendering. This means none of these contracts were awarded on competitive tendering basis.
And indeed, Mr. Speaker, there's spurious information online that 76% of
Minister, just go ahead with your
projects
statement.
were sole source is also false. Only about 44% of those projects were procured through sole sourcing. And I state on record, Mr. Speaker, we are making progress as a house and as a country to make sure that much of our procurement is done competitively. But that is why I'm saying that those who claim to have done this so-called analysis based on data we submitted to them freely didn't help the country. Because if they did due diligence, they would have known that those percentages they put outside were pure fabrications and false.
The minister is accusing the fourth estate of fabricating data That's ridiculous and utter falsehood. The fourth estate has relied solely on data that his own ministry presented to us, which he is denying on the floor of Parliament. It is worth stressing that the fourth estate requested data specifically on the Big Push initiative from January 2025 to February 2026. The data we have presented to the public is the data that the Ministry of Roads and Highways delivered to us. Today, the minister says over 400 contracts have been awarded through competitive bidding. Does that mean this data was outside the request we made to the ministry? The fourth estate will continue to present facts on these road contracts.
And this year, under the Big Push, I'm a 407 contracts. According to fourth estate, contract no mama no, emu 76% no. Yedima and this year the choose contract of the man ya mo bia ma amepede ni be se obeye juma no. And this year paja no de ma we no de we ma we no de we ma we. 30-something% no so aka no so no. Omo ankasa na shede yi another type of contractors. Omo nyina ye omo hu nipa limited billing. They say ye nipa kakra bi omo ankasa hu nipa and yet say ye a competitive bidding. So obia do omo poa. Medical can't show what they are planning. They are looting the state. They are robbing the state. They are what? Stealing from the state coffers through contracts. Now, 2032. Omo to me contractors ya. Omo bebe di omo chi aye campaign dia now. Tiemiye pa. Where your Minister of Road side. This is about Minister of Road and Highway. Onon kwa side contract kwa 407. Ba kuni ho ye bi emuto ho se. Sabiu contractors e wo Ghana nyina ebetuma ye omo adwe so omo kope bia ye. Ye ma wa kwanya mo nyamo ngura na wa compete dabi. We will not allow you to enter. We will not allow you. Because said ye patuto nyina was saying the only sources of income and this in amanyo kuoni panini ewo na brabo say odibenya na ho. It is only through what? Stealing from the state coffers. What I'm saying should not be something that you should think, maybe I'm doing a partisan communication. Faunsa esi nipa ba ko peso MPP ni ba ko. Since this Fourth Republic, yedina ko dina court, adi ne ho asem, abua ne fo, se wa bo o man kro no enti yedina court. Unya bi na do nsa appointed. But see, when this Yamanyo Kuma, there are thousands of people, there are hundreds of people, yedi omo asem abu omo fo. Ebinum kura eguso yedi omo asem NDC power. John Mahama did everything that he could to let them free and go away with their son. And so that is what is happening. And then a Minister of Energy, another 11.39 million Ghana cedis. The Minister of Energy cannot explain. Contractor and Minister of Energy say, or no, sir, contractor no. I was a Minister of Energy fast as he can man. You call the house there be or no. I buy and then a car of that song. But the Minister of Energy wanted to try a way to defend himself. Said, I am not correct. Sana omo de saa contractor naka. Abusia yenti video no sia na mabie full lies no e dia to.
Another big expose. And this is buying the Minister of Energy. Abra, Timiye pa expose be a pia bon trabana no etre. Expose by YouTube, Facebook.
Proper records. 2 of the reports. It says that clearly you don't keep proper records because the amount you had as liabilities for supplies and contractors apparently was overestimated or overstated. The auditors are saying that contractors and suppliers confirmed 1.396 billion less than what you had in your books.
But you, Minister of Energy, car or see or dear no. And Crofona or see or no Minister of Energy te won cano. Auditors go and was say no crescent or te. I was say Minister of Energy in fast as he can mana. Contract and see that be and you know correct. On money contract and trans year calculation no. Not just a Sikana Minister of Energy, edging for the buying the bottom at the acquise or the could your contract and cano. A boroso 1.39 billion Ghana million no Yantoba Sabian 1 million no a whole 1,000 and a year billion 80 million Marco 1,000 Timiyepa 100,000 million. Sorry, I think say million no sa million baako million sa million and a 1 billion. And Kotana Minister of Energy ebu yeno and if you much say and Kontano what they compare the suppliers contractors edge a free abai hona difference a 1.396 billion Ghana cedis. Million sa million baako. Tiripa ye bo man krono nduano. On church the money teach the more demo. Video we see na mabie full lies na to.
Contractors and the suppliers to whom you owe confirmed 1.396 billion less than what you had in your books. So, Minister, this is the reason why I say it is structural and we should address it from the roots. The contractors are saying, you don't owe me that much. And to think that it's been overestimated by 1.396 billion Ghana cedis. Was that also inadvertent? Was that a mere error? Please, can you give us some explanation?
Respectful Honorable Chair, in respect of this issue, it wasn't an error. As I indicated earlier on, the information requested by Ministry of Finance was as at 31st of December 2024. And these transactions happened after 2024 December. So when the auditors came, we made available to them the BTAs and the payment and all the necessary documentary evidence for them to know that, okay then, even though we submitted this information, but after this post-event, so far as the data submitted was concerned.
No, they are saying that they wrote to the contractors and suppliers directly, and they confirmed this. Auditors, respectfully, can you help me by saying that contractors, suppliers confirmed 1.396 billion
at 31 December 2024, and then they responded same with what was owed to them. So that was the position.
So I think they've made it very, very clear. Let's know why it was overestimated by 1.396 billion, because they said their request was for owings to 31st December 2024. And for 31st December 2024, you had way above what the suppliers confirmed. So tell us, what happened?
Respectfully, Honorable Chair, in respect of the suppliers, payment, they have outstanding commitment with the ministry, a certain amount, and payment was done after 31st of December 2024. That's how come they confirm less amount than what was captured in the report as at the 2024 December. Honorable Chair.
Unless you did not hear what the auditors said. They said they asked them for debts to 31st December 2024. That's what they repeated to us right now.
Respectfully, Honorable Chair, the letters that was sent to the suppliers and the contractors was for them to confirm whether or not the ministry owes them the amount as captured in the report submitted to Ministry of Finance. And the report submitted to Ministry of Finance was as at 31st of December. So the suppliers also confirm the amount that has already been paid to them, remaining the balance. That's how come there is a difference, Honorable.
So that if you have made payment to the suppliers, you, the ministry, are not able to clearly determine how much you have made. It takes the suppliers, it should take the suppliers to confirm to us how much we have paid them to reduce their indebtedness in our books.
Honorable Chair, that is not so. The suppliers only confirm the outstanding debt as at the time they were responding to the auditor's letter. And the auditor's letter was sent somewhere April, May, June there, if my memory sets me right. Which by that time, those payments has already been made to the suppliers.
So it's your word against the auditors. The auditors are saying they sent a letter asking that they give Owens outstanding amounts to the tune of to 31st December 2024. And you are saying that no, and that it reflected January to May payments, and that's how come there was a reduction of or an overstatement in your books by 1.396 billion. Is that what you are saying?
That is so. And Honorable Chair, if I remember, the owes you this amount, and they make reference to the data that was given to them by Ministry of Finance. So when the suppliers are responding, they respond based on the outstanding claim as at the time they were responding.
Without reference to the dates the auditors just admitted they put in the letter.
Respectfully, Honorable Chair, so far as I'm concerned, that one, I don't know, but what I know is they responded based on.
You can't say so far as you are concerned, you don't know. A whole institution says, I sent a letter out stating ABCD. Make sure you report based on 31st December 2024. And then you are saying that that is not the case. But then you cannot also what? Confirm.
Respectfully, Honorable Chair, as I said, the content of the auditor's letter to the suppliers, the auditors made reference to the data given to them by Ministry of Finance for the suppliers to confirm whether or not the ministry owes them that amount. And the suppliers also confirmed by stating the amount that we owes them as at the time they were responding to the letters. So definitely there will be difference because payment has been made from the day the report was submitted to Ministry of Finance and same was given to the auditors and the time they sent the letter out to the suppliers to confirm.
So you're telling us that from January to May, as you said, you had paid 1.396 billion.
That is the Honorable Chair, and the records are there. We gave it to the auditors, they've confirmed all those payments and everything.
So, auditors, with this infraction stated here and what the finance director is saying, how do we reconcile, please?
Well, I would try to touch, Honorable Chair, I would try to touch on our process. So we send a blank confirmation to the suppliers. For those who did not respond in compliance with what was provided to us by MOF, we gave them a second chance by sharing these are other details. If you do have information in relation to that, do share. Now, giving them a cut-off period in mind. So for all those who responded that at that said date they were not owed, we actually rejected those based on that. So in terms of the subsequent payment, I can't speak to that. I don't think the team received that evidence for this payment.
As at the time that you were writing this report, putting this report together, there was an overstatement by the Ministry of Energy and Green Transition to the tune of 1.396 billion Ghana cedis to contractors and suppliers.
Correct.
Minister.
Honorable Chair, so the Director of Finance would respond.
Honorable Chair, please, can I get a question again, please? Honorable Chair.
You just heard your...
They can answer themselves. I was saying, my phone last night was so prefer watch the watching.
Auditors confirm that. They don't know about what you are talking about, the payments you claim. But as at the time they were working on this report, putting the report together, your balances for contractors and suppliers had been overstated by 1.396 billion Ghana cedis. And then you are saying that the 1.39 billion Ghana cedis was paid from January to May.
That is true, Honorable Chair. The evidence is there. The BTAs, the bank statement, and all the other necessary documents are there. If, at the direction of the Honorable Chair, we can make it available to the auditors for them to confirm. Honorable Chair.
Honorable Chair.
Gladly.
If, respectfully, if the Finance Director says so, I would plead that he makes the records available. I believe he will set up to about 3, so he should call his team to gather it. I would wish they bring it today. Thank you.
Well, my issue is the overstatement. That is where I'm coming from.
So that's what I'm saying. With the defense is coming up with, if he has proof of payment, because I've seen the next page. Payment up to May here is even less than 400 million. So if he has the report to actually support his claim that the payment from January to May was up to about 1.39 billion, then he should be able to submit it.
You know where the auditors are coming from? This is us at 31st December 2024. So anything, I mean, after that, should not form part of this audit. That is what they are saying.
So that one, Honorable Chair, from the response he's giving, I also deduce that the
But you must end up as a meaning pass a very serious issue, very serious master. Yeah. Yeah. no my ma. Yeah, baby, baby. Yeah, baby. Short memory, not sure. Also, any campaign, I shall see any campaign. I want this. Yes, of course. I say I can go for volunteer. You can go for volunteer. this MPP Baba when I am for parliament.
Because the NHS and for brown or bread. Your body, your food to be the kind baby. Not if you don't go to never be to a crack and I'm just saying that farmers close and get back in judge and crack and
yes. And this is like we are more 10. John Dariga, on bombing is free.
Because, Mr. Maso, I'm going to see you because I'm good at what we are from.
Baby,
and to what you said, but we never show because of one company and Mahama, and I do on the amount of 4% of the yes. 20% and Mahama, or the 16% diet.
busy. Especially Ghana food. Infutro. Dear Penty.
Mahama, I who Penty the Mahama to go. You're the three, the piano calls for an answer, be a new what one apple. No more, why, but we are not so far. But we are Zania, what's our mother? We say, there's politics, one of your trouble politics. Then you are not for your son, young son, young, put them on when it put you in the idea.
Okay, man, but that's the way sister Esther. I mean, count. Bye bye. Yeah, mammy, Esther, and 10, I can say a more mutated. I one of some quack of football. A bell from wouldn't that go? Oh dear, yeah, can't I got no diablo. I was out for your class, copium and that things I will end the video here. But the check is here, my dear phone now. The check is here, my party. I say the media houses in Ghana are all rented press. I say the Mosquito also want to be a president. Fantastic, Mama Esther. Good evening. Debbie Ando, I say good evening, Mr. Manfo and Ras family. Parky, I say NDC craft, create, loot, and share. Parky, I say the NDC and John Ibrahim Mahama are always running away from probity and accountability, which is their slogan. Parky was it Steve's the bunch of NDC. Such liar. This is John Dariga for you. Abrakwa the yellow man must resign. We every party. K-means our socialists are always dubricious. And I mean your party was a communist inferior tactics. Richard Joe, in fact, Ghana has done a very big mistake for voting NDC to power. Party or Samija the dollar man is lying, is a liar and a propagandist. I made Diana Pia, Mamma Michelle Yipa, so what you was a good evening. And I mean, came was it is that not fraudulent to issue a fake check in that country? It is a fraudulent. But to where then another say, Ibrahim Mahama na onkreti mama mamfunya biye. Parky be say how can a poor bankrupt man suddenly become rich overnight? These guys are thieves, pardoning as a rich man. I said the Mahama brothers are very trickish. We a party. Me mama, you yaba. Nana Akuya Afro, say amen. And a Mimia Coffee Large, I see good even from Columbus, Ohio. And Coffee Large, I say these are people. These are the leaders of the country. Yemia came and say natural resources must not be concentrated on an individual. There is a public interest. Coffee Large, I said that is a concert party. Party is exactly the Mahama brothers and family have captured Ghana. And Park is in the NDC, National Destroyers Congress. Came in and he's going about looking for money from UK. Now let's go. Hello. Pacho, you are there. I want to. Oh, I can't know, but oh, yeah, that let's go. Okay. All right. I am from Ras. I am Ras Media. Yes. All right. But I see baby. Bye. Enti yemi apanyine so se obafre enti washevu your number. Yem koso came and say he is going about looking for free money, repatriations, sick man. Came and say the amount of resources in America is Bowen, if have no idea. I'll say natural resources in America and it is a lot. Park is Nanado is an sensitive father for Ghanaians. Good evening, Ras Media, GH and the family. Where Yemia Park. I am John Faith, Gerard Kennedy, affiliate. I say Ras, good job, my bro. Good evening, and how are you doing? I'm doing great, Mia. Ghana is welcome to the stealing, scamming, lies, and hold working party. Frank Afo, this is my first time seeing your name here. I say that they are evil people and I can't think far. Godwin, I say, what about you? We are doing good. Mimia Samorokuno say, hi bro, I hope all is well with you. Yeah, I'm doing very great. Mimia Godwin said the youth were confused because the brother was entrepreneur. The 133 could be possible, so that was that. Godwin say, this would even diffuse the agenda of their platform because now it is clear they lied to the people of Ghana. But Omia should talk, please. I see the iron is hot. The iron is hot. Omia should stir with the confession they themselves are giving. He should talk. God was saying, Omia is too quiet. Why? I'm surprised there is so much for him to talk about. He should come out. He is too short. The damage done. If he goes there, if he goes this way, no. If he goes this way, will not argue well. Yeah, I think Sebawumia is trying to build the MPP inner house programs. As about Akasa Wakasa. Yankasami Abana na Akuya say present and good afternoon. Sami Jasisi from Hamburg. Mahama is like a messiah to the NDC and supporters just because many of them are in the payroll of the government. Mimame Akuya to do say hello, good evening. Kakadi TV, SKB TV, or say good evening everyone. Mimame Esther, the caller, or say good evening everyone. Abushamfo, I think say I'm about to close the show. And then we don't see her. Then I could point out to my Ochna. I mean, Diana friend. I'm a friend. Yeah, I tell you, Mammy Diana, so I did a submission, but now you're the but
yeah, try.
Buonasera, come stai? Io bene, te? Come stai te? Tutto bene?
Bene,
ottimo,
bravo.
Ottimo, grazie.
Mamma mi cana manfuati.
Io pa.
Mia bade via, ya samo. Ya mi chao, sembia analysis ya wewe.
Grazie.
That is if I don't want you.
Hey.
Wanda mpo mutili wanda.
Napita.
Ya koronui. Hey, sembe kura. Wamufanyiro dia ni ya koronui. Ana watraining kuna kina wabo jina ya korofuna. Wabo kobo koronona ndi abani amebusa.
Yeah.
That's what would I did for the Amma.
Yeah. Banana Republic. Where the Banana Republic is here.
And if they're so different, because choir cannot hear you. Then was for me and son. Idea wow, over to me and fat and drop idea. That's a medium fly and finish and
yet, yes.
No cancel, good different what one may be to me as a woman. And the wall. No one different what no cancel. Don't be so resume. Obey that David, you want you one of market on the wall. And come back to him. Because when you're evil,
very evil.
Evil. Son of man, when you're the Juma Punch and near Maui, as this is schools near you. The status grammar, Mahama or Mama, yes.
Mahama,
the man, father of that lady, that will play an interchange. What would you see if you me what kind of part of the back of the part? Where you find it, make your shot and tip. And I'm about to do somebody. No, my God, no. Just one more second of one. IQ,
low, very low.
And again, King Kind, you want to move to put your good body and me. Oh, and then I said, the man and who fear woman who fears. Now, what's on your was about Papa?
I fresh and coffee.
About Papa, about Papa, baby, our Papa by the Wama, or then the coffee.
Family and friends, cronies.
Now, what's we just can't share a forker, a teacher forker, I had a forker. When you come, I want to put 1 year to that 80 president, it was something. Play for what? I can accept any amount being here, and 1 year to go. Every year come. And sugar and chili onion and chili. Sananadu, I said, don't be your kind yet. So the mama to tell me, I hear you, your answer at my mama got a group of a fire. That handsome, but that's a bit I am.
And you're saying,
they won't do between the art and one of the track. No, Mahama, who you saw that way. No more say I can't see. Every day say we have one of the woman in a mental kitchen. I feel here, auditors focus on cut the method.
Yeah.
Now we are from 4 years, 85 and one to see a dinner from report. It's me the report my position here. Then they are gonna have done us all fine. Now I came out for you because they're in the 4 years. Not the Ghana tell me something. Said what cancer see and you may have 12 a month, that's why it's will be American, you don't have to go.
Yeah.
The Muhammad, you've been fun, Jenny.
Amen.
When you're the Ghana function, you've been fun, Jenny. The big American.
Amen.
I must be sure with you.
Met your
doctor. And I shall my wound to Mr. Name.
Yes.
You never one who couldn't be on what?
Medasipa.
What
oh, many pass out here, pa. Me who comment me who likes it. That's a pa. Me the new pa. On council. Grazie. Ancate bonaboro. Ciao, ciao. Yeah, mama, Diana appear and I attend in Crane. Direct from Italy, where the microbe nipa, come group Cassani, bonaboro. Abusia within any Ras Media, Ras Media on YouTube. Search for us on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok as Ras Media GH. Now subscribe to our channel. Abe Kambusi Okono. Meden Chaka see any aquaba Cassia, Emma Diana, a fee and a waba. Michelle Ye Pava Diana over the Odia. Abuja for Bedumbesia now China Kopoya Aduma with another episode of Ras Media Editorial Abro. Makramo, until we meet again. Adios.
Sebeshemu de ba ko pe entina ye ba aye ono ye former vice ye former chairman any hello ayezu ye gina mu ha me mamu nyina yiko se aye ye gina ha ye twe ye gina ha ayezu ha sebeshemu de ba ko pe entina ye ba aye ono ye former vice ye former chairman any hello ayezu ye gina mu ha me mamu nyina yiko se aye ye gina ha ye twe ye gina ha ayezu